Let's now review Chester's talk 1. His talk was about seafloor character after typhoon. His talk was over 12 minutes last time. Firstly, about his content. This slide can be omitted.
So they use some chemical analysis to indicate that before the typhoon, the station of here, the sediments is indicated of a marine origin.
Because the information here and here was wrong. The flow of logic. He can change the order of these two slides.
They found two peaks during the typhoon time. The first peak goes up to 200 grams per liter, which is high.
The two peaks mentioned in previous slide were in fact related to the discharge here.
They make a precipitation chart and the discharge chart. You can see that's a two same peak here.
So this kind of basic chart should be presented first, and this will give a smoother flow of logic. For clarity, headers were informative.
So the research wants to figure out two things. The first is they wants to know the sediment transported by the river, what its property. We want to introduce our two friends. One of it is Typhoon Minduli. Typhoon Minduli is formed in the 24th.
But figures should be first introduced, axis and legend, before describing the pattern.
And here's the result. In the experiment one, we call it property of sediments, they found two peaks during the typhoon time.
He described the pattern of this figure without introducing the axis first. The simplified timeline was helpful to the audience.
This dots composed to these lines is during the typhoon time, which is the impact the Taiwan's the most.
Enlarge the axis labels.
And the suspended sediments to the suspended low, sure, they still have three peaks that interact with each other. So
the axis label here was too small and explained the difference between suspended sediment concentration and sediment load. The comparison of water discharge, this unit, with sediment concentration, that unit, was wrong.
It just carried about 20 cubic meters per second. And that's compared to the peak time of the typhoon. You can see that is here is 200.
Add a map to show the location of the profile.
So they use a button to see the surface of the seafloor. You can see there's a layer, a small layer that the mud.
About artwork, the introduction slides were rich in images and videos like this, this, and this. And this makes his talk very attractive. The text here was partly cut by the slide.
And you can see the three station of 1% to 7% absent of the sand. May be transported by the northward current.
About his stage performance, the speaker had excellent body language and fluency.
Hyper means over, beyond. It means the super, and pycno is another term of density. So hyperpycno, it means the greater density. So you can see the video. Oh, it's not moving.